Welcome everybody to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today. And this week sees the release of the comedy Impractical Jokers, the movie, hitting store shelves, along with Paramount Pictures is releasing a new Blu-ray edition of the 1986 romantic comedy Pretty in Pink, and that massive Columbia Classics Collection Volume 1 in 4K is being released as well, plus much more. So let's go see the deals, exclusives, and we're at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got. Alright everybody, we are in at Walmart here, and the first thing I'm seeing is they have the Blu-ray digital of Impractical Jokers, the movie, for $19.96, the DVD digital for $17.96. Now, I got a chance to watch this on Amazon Prime. Now, so to be honest with you guys, I have heard of the Impractical Jokers. I've watched some of what they've done, certain episodes of their show. I don't outright hate the Impractical Jokers, so I don't want to come across like I hate them, like they're terrible or anything, because I don't actually hate them. I like some of what they do. Sometimes it's funny, and other times it's not. It's kind of like a mixture. Like sometimes I think, wow, they really nail it. They're really hilarious with the improv stuff. And then other times I'm like, wow, they threw spaghetti at the wall and they really failed, dude. Like, goddamn, man. It's kind of like, basically their comedy to me is hit and miss. And when the movie came out, I wasn't really interested in checking it out in the theaters, but I knew eventually I was going to give it a go. Basically, the movie is just an extended version of the TV show, basically, is what it is. You know, it's more gags, and it's more of them, you know, pulling these pranks on unsuspecting people. And there's kind of a wraparound story of, like, Paula Abdul and going to a concert of hers and sort of redemption for themselves, kind of a wraparound story. But to be honest with you guys, it's not really all that effective. I mean, if you're watching this movie, you're watching it for basically the jokes and how, you know, they're making fun of one another. That's pretty much why you're watching. I mean, if you're a fan of Impractical Jokers already, then you're gonna like the movie. If you want to give it a chance, I'd say probably watch the TV stuff first and then watch the movie. I think the movie is just a lot like the show, man. It's very hit and miss. Like, there's moments during the movie that I did laugh. I thought it was funny. And then there were other moments where I kind of cringed, and I was like, this is really not that funny. And it's actually kind of lame. It's just very hit and miss. And I kind of feel that these guys are just that anyways. They're just hit and miss in general. And yeah, the movie was just so-so to me, guys. I mean, again, if you're a huge fan of them, I understand why this would be a huge appeal to you. And again, they're not terrible, but I was just a little bit kind of ho-hum about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it didn't quite exactly excite me, but it didn't disappoint me either. Kind of like in the middle ground. You know what I'm saying? If you like these type of joke movies, why not give it a go? Then over here I'm seeing they have DC Lego Shazam Magic and Monsters, the DVD for $14.96, and the Blu-ray DVD and digital for $17.96. Now actually both of these come with a limited edition exclusive, and it comes with the Lego DC Shazam minifigure. Oh, well, that's cool. That's actually cool that they offer that. I know that a lot of people like those kind of mini figurines that sometimes they do exclusives for, so that's actually not bad. Now, I did not get a chance to watch this one. I was actually interested in it, but I didn't get a chance to check it out. But I do have to admit, though, that the Lego stuff, for me, like, at first it was really cool, and I think Lego's done really well with sort of the DC stuff. Like, when they did the Batman movie, I think people really enjoyed that. And I think, like, people didn't really like the Lego Ninjago stuff, so I think they kind of stayed away from that going forward. But I think they had a lot of success with the DC stuff, so they figured, well, if Batman's good, why not give Shazam a chance? And, of course, you still got Batman in there anyways, but I don't think he's, like, front and center in this. But, you know, I always like the Lego stuff. The Lego stuff is always fun. It's not really for me exactly. It's more for, like, the kids, but Legos are fun when you're a kid, man. And if you like sort of the DC stuff and Legos, why not give it a chance? I mean, it's pretty cool. Plus the exclusives, it's not bad, man. Probably really fun for kids, I would imagine. Very fun indeed. Then we have over here, oh wow, more Nickelodeon Paw Patrol goodness. Oh, good lord, man. Certainly not for me, guys. Not for me at all, man. But like I said, this is stuff for kids, so it's you know, it's good for kids, man. Well, what can I tell you, dude? And it's got free coloring pages. Ooh, very, very intriguing. Now, I don't know whether you guys heard or not. It's kind of interesting that there was talk about them canceling Paw Patrol. Like, there's this whole big thing now of, like, with cancel culture about getting rid of Paw Patrol. Like, I saw that and it kind of confused me, and then I was like, oh, the main character in Paw Patrol is actually a cop, and I think they just want to cancel it because of that. And I thought that was like the most stupid thing in the world, man. I'm like, it's a fucking cartoon, man, for kids. Like, are we just canceling everything now because, you know, a character is a cop or something? Like, what are we doing, man? Like, it's harmless. It's for kids, man. Man, I mean, shit don't make no sense to me, dude. Like, I don't think it has the cop in it in this one. I think it's more like a superhero type of thing, but I mean, still, I mean, it's harmless. It's kid stuff. I mean, it's not for me, but I mean, kids enjoy it, so why get rid of it? That makes no sense to me, man. Makes no sense at all, dude. And then over here, I am seeing they have a 2-film collection set. Now, this includes Scoob on Vudu for like the digital code, and Scooby-Doo and the Gourmet Ghost original movie. Now Scoob is coming out very, very soon, hopefully. And so the Walmart kind of does these two, like, you know, sort of collection set type of things. One being the Voodoo code, the other being the DVD. It's not bad. I am actually looking forward to Scoob. I used to be a really old school, like, Scooby-Doo fan. I haven't kept up with Scooby-Doo over the years, but Scoob always looked kind of fun. So I'm definitely interested to check that one out when it hits, man. But if you can't wait, they do have the 2-film collection there. Not half bad, guys. Unfortunately, nothing else over here, but mind you, it is a slow release week. Well, we'll see if they got anything else to show off. And now we're over on this side, guys, and I wanted to actually show off one thing that I thought was really cool to check out, and that is the DVD of Smokey and the Bandit, the triple feature, Smokey and the Bandit 2, and Smokey and the Bandit Part 3 there. Damn, man, I was just kind of looking over here, and I'm like, my God, man, this is a blast from the fucking past. Damn, dude, I haven't seen these movies in so goddamn long. Woo! Buckle up for the off-road fun of the complete Bandit trilogy. Woo! Damn, man. Shit. Now, to be fair, man, Smokey and the Bandit is a classic, okay? And I think anybody who talks about sort of Burt Reynolds' career, Smokey and the Bandit is one that definitely, like, instantly comes up. It's one that's very recognizable to him, man. And I love Smokey and the Bandit. That's a great flick, dude. Smokey and the Bandit Part 2 is not bad, actually. It's not as good as the first one. It's still got an interesting premise. You know, Burt Reynolds is still good in it. It's not terrible, man. But, you know, it can't really beat the first one. And Smokey and the Bandit Part 3... God, it's been so goddamn long about part 3, dude. Man, if I remember correctly, Smoking the Bandit Part 3 was supposed to be a completely different thing. In fact, if I remember correctly, Jackie Gleason was actually starred in the movie as the sheriff and the bandit. They shot like the whole movie with him playing both roles. And apparently, like, test audiences absolutely hated it, and they brought Jerry Reed in to sort of reprise his role and be the new bandit. And it's such a really terrible third movie, dude. My God, man. I would actually really love seeing what that original third idea was going to be, with the sheriff being both that and the bandit. I think that would have been really interesting. And by the way, I love Jackie Gleason, dude. Jackie Gleason is a great fucking actor, man. I remember seeing him, God, all the back in the day when I saw The Toy. Like, he's great, man. Long ass time. And he's great as the sheriff anyway in these films. But I kind of would have been interesting. But honestly, out of all these ones, 3 is definitely the worst, man. By far. 2, take it or leave it. It's not terrible. But really, if you're buying this for the original Smokey and the Bandit. Burt Reynolds is great. Sally Field. Man, the chemistry between him and Sally is great. It's good. It's only $9.96 though, man. I mean, it's not bad for 3 films. But honestly, out of the 3, the first is the one that's worth it the most, man. But, you know, 2 and 3 are, well, 2's an interesting curiosity. 3, God, it's been a long time since I watched it, but I don't remember good things, man. Interesting. I kind of just wanted to show this off, because I'm like, my God, dude. Blast from the fucking past on that one, man. And I also wanted to show off that if you look over here, guys, it looks like they're redoing the whole, like, physical media section. Like, it looks like new tags, and they're waiting to get some of the physical media stuff in. So this looks like this is all getting revamped over here. And they didn't get any more of these new slips in, but I wanted to show this off for a reason, guys. And the reason is that last week, if I'm not mistaken, I showed you guys off this whole area for what they had. And you'll notice that I showed off Gone with the Wind. Now, Gone with the Wind is not here anymore. It got sold out. And I think you guys know why. There's this whole issue going on with Gone with the Wind right now, and the whole thing with the cancel culture, and how it got taken off of HBO Max temporarily, and now people are really, like, wanting to buy up Gone with the Wind in a big bad way. So I'm assuming if you guys go to your Walmarts, you're not going to find any of Gone with the Wind at all, man. But it's kind of interesting. I'll definitely be talking about Gone with the Wind more towards the end of the video, so definitely stay tuned for that. But very interesting that we did see it last week when nobody cared about it, and now it's all gone. That's what happens with physical media. Sometimes it's gone in an instant. Very interesting, guys. Very interesting indeed. But you want to know what, man? Not a bad week here. There's a few things worth checking out at least, but they're definitely looking like they're going to be revamping a few things, and that's only a good thing. So we'll see what happens with that. In the meantime, let's head out. Walmart actually kind of surprised me this week, guys, because it is a really slower release week, and there's not a heck of a lot of titles really coming out. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna go into this Walmart and we ain't gonna see nothing. I was actually surprised. They had a few interesting things to check out this week, so hey, I'm thankful for that, man. And it's kind of nice to see that they're gonna be revamping some of their physical media section. Let's hope it improves, for sure. And of course, interesting to not see any Gone with the Wind. I have a feeling that every Walmart that you're going to go to, guys, every single one is not going to carry any of Gone with the Wind, man. I think those are just gone, dude. They're going for huge money on eBay right now. And yeah, people are just snatching them up basically to just sell them. They're not interested in keeping them at all. They're just interested in selling the motherfucker. That's it. So, you know, of course, people are always trying to make a quick buck. They don't care about the movies. They just care about the money. But I'll talk about that later, guys. Not too bad here. Again, this is kind of a riskier Walmart. You never know what you're going to find, but pleasantly surprised this week. And I'm damn glad for it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's get to the next location and see what they got. All right, everybody. We are at our second location, Target. Now, before we go in, I wanted to talk about real quick that a couple of you talked to me on the comment section about the fact that they announced the PS5, the new PS5. Now, I have the PS4. I'm not much of a gamer, to be honest with you guys. I mean, I only play a very small amount of gaming. Frankly, I just don't have the time. But what's interesting about it, because I was really curious about PS5, and the reason why I was what would they do in regards to physical media? Because a lot of people felt like maybe they would just abandon physical media completely off of it. You know, no Blu-ray drives, no 4K drives, nothing. Well, thankfully that's not the case, because PS5 is putting out two different versions. One that's an only digital version, and one where it includes a 4K drive to it, which is fantastic. It's phenomenal, man. That means, at least for the short term, whether it's 5 years or a little bit more, that physical media will still at least be in the minds of these companies and these consumers. PS5 is a very big draw for a lot of fans and a lot of gamers, and a lot of people who frankly might not buy a physical media player, but will buy a PS5 because, quite frankly, they like gaming. And if you have, you know, a chance to actually be able to put the movies on the disc still, then it's a win-win situation. So that is worth it. But them putting out an only digital version, I get that too, because it's only digital, and do you really want to buy the discs? Now, here's the thing about it, guys. I've always talked about how physical media is important, and that includes music, that includes games, because what I'm finding, or at least when I sort of did my research a little bit more about the PS5 and putting in the drives and the systems and still having the physical disc stuff, is that a lot of people will subscribe to, you know, sort of the PlayStation digital platform that they have. And I hear it's really good, never been on it before. But what you'll find with a lot of these digital platforms, like a PlayStation, especially if you're a gamer, is that eventually they will stop supporting that game after a while. Like, if it's still popular, if it's still gaining a lot of traffic, people are very interested in it, then of course they're going to continue to, you know, keep that game going, keep that game alive, the digital version, you know, role-playing, all that type of stuff. If it's not, then they just don't care anymore. And that means that you're shit out of luck, because they're no longer going to support that. Now, that's happened for quite a few games. It's not just a thing that's happened recently. It's been happening for a while, man. And so, see, I used to always play with the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, stuff like that. And the games were always really important to me, the physical copies. That's how I grew up. But I think a lot of younger people now are growing up with the only digital version, and they don't understand that just because it's digital doesn't mean that it's going to be around forever. It means that as long as it's popular, as long as, you know, people are flocking to it, then they'll keep it around. Physical is still the way to go, no matter whether we're talking about movies or games or music. But I think it's a generational gap. And I really honestly do. I think it's a generational gap between older, and I hate to say older, but I guess I'm at that point, aren't I? That older people like myself who grew up with physical media still understand the importance of it, and then the younger generation that has grown up with more digital, that maybe some of this physical stuff kind of gets lost in translation. I'm kind of wondering what you guys have to say about that. Is it a generational gap? Are you seeing that younger people are still engaged with some of the physical aspects more than the digital? I kind of see half and half, so I'm kind of curious what you guys think. But I think it's really great that PS5 is doing that because, again, PS5 is a big format, and if that means that physical can stay around in the consciousness of these consumers and these companies, then that's only a good thing, guys. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. Let me know what you guys think of that. In the meantime, well, it is a slow release week. Walmart definitely surprised me because I wasn't expecting anything from them, really. Target? They've been kind of iffy the past couple weeks, so I'm expecting the same here, but, well, guess the only way to find out is to go in, so let's check it out. All right, everybody, we are in a Target here, and, man, I hate to say it, but there is, like, no new releases this week. It's all the older stuff that came out. Like, nothing new at all, man. I mean, let's look on the other side. I mean, yeah, it's all the same old stuff, man. I mean, nothing new. I mean, okay, I'm seeing they have a Hangover Steelbook. Whoop-de-doo! Oh, God. They have that, but, yeah, all of it's the same stuff, man. Game of Thrones, Three Rock, Friends, Titans, all that same stuff. I mean, none of it has changed whatsoever, even over here. It's all the same stuff, man. I mean, I thought we would at least see, like, that little Lego movie. Meaning, why not Impractical Jokers? But I'm seeing nothing, man. That really sucks, dude. God. I hate to say it, but this is a major disappointment, man. I mean, you can't carry at least one of the new things? One? Damn, man. Well, boy, well, this place was a major bust. Sorry, guys, but, yeah, I hate to say it. Sometimes Target loses, and this is a major one, dude. Well, guess that's it for Target. So, I can't show shit unless they have shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one hand washes the other, guys. I mean, really. I mean, say what you will about the iffy Walmart that we go to in the videos, but I'm telling you, man, they went out of their way to have at least some Practical Jokers. They had the Lego Shazam. I mean, they had stuff, dude. I mean, Target is very family friendly. You would think that they would at least have that Lego Shazam. And what's wrong with carrying Impractical Jokers? I mean, the movie's just alright, but it's not like it's the most offensive thing ever that Target can't really carry it. I mean, maybe you guys saw some new stuff in your stores, but as far as here, yeah, I saw nothing, man, and that really sucks, dude. Really. Target's been iffy, and like I said, guys, when there's a slow release week, Target really suffers, and, well, we're definitely seeing the result of it these past few weeks for sure, man. Well, hopefully things will improve, but the release weeks are going to have to get a lot better for Target to improve. Well, we'll see what happens, guys. Hate to say it, we got gypped on Target big time this time around. Well, no way to enjoy this. It is what it is. But hopefully we'll find more the next day. All right, everybody. We are at our third and final location, Walmart. We are going into the second Walmart to see whether we'll find any unique indie titles this week. Maybe a couple of surprises. Well, you never know. We'll have to go in and check out. But before we go in, oh, God, I want to talk about a trailer with you guys, and that is none other than Eurovision story contest with Will Ferrell that's coming to Netflix. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so I've told you guys many a time that I'm just not a fan of Will Ferrell. It's not that I outright hate Will Ferrell. I want to point that out. You know, I like him in small roles. Old School, his role in Wedding Crashers, stuff like that. The main starring roles that he's done, he goes for the man-child angle that kind of has gotten really tiresome to me. Really honestly has. And so I'm always hoping that, okay, he's going to grow up a little more. Eventually, you know, he's going to do better as an actor, whether it's more dramatic roles or just maturing his comedy. And so looking at this trailer, nope, didn't happen, man. I mean, basically, it's about this musical group in Iceland who is basically a complete and utter embarrassment, and they enter into this contest where they are going to be representing Iceland, and it's just the story of them and persevering in this contest, but all of the wacky and ridiculous and over-the-top crap that they could possibly get into, and the stupidity throughout the fucking story. God damn, man. You know, here's the thing about it, right? Because I'm gonna be really honest here. Here's the thing about with this is that it just looks like the same old tired crap. You know, oh, we're goofy, we're ridiculous, nobody respects us, da-da-da, and then suddenly they eventually gain respect and maybe win the contest. It's the same old shit, man. You've been reading, but Will Ferrell's been doing this stuff, but God, you gotta reel in Rachel McAdams for this shit? Damn, man, I like Rachel McAdams, too. Fuck, man. Like, you know, and then Pierce Brosnan, man. I love Pierce. And they had to have offered these people a lot of money, man. Because it can't, I mean, it can't be that they were interested in the story. Really? Were they? Fuck, man. You know, it's going straight to Netflix. And I kind of have a feeling that either A, this was eventually at one point going to be a studio film. I have a feeling, and they just saw the movie and were like, this is a complete and utter embarrassment. We got to give it to Netflix. Or it was always originally going to be a Netflix stuff. I mean, Adam Sandler does Netflix films, and they're not always the hottest. So, and hey, he gets paid a lot of money for those Netflix films. So, hey, as long as they're getting ratings on Netflix, you know, he'll take the fucking money. So, I mean, why not Will Ferrell cash in on it? You know what I'm saying? That being said, man, this just looks to be a real embarrassment, man. And to be honest with you, even if you're a Will Ferrell supporter, right? Even if you love Will Ferrell. And look, I'm not going to hate you guys if you love Will Ferrell, because it's a matter of opinion. But even if you love Will Ferrell, I think you at least have to understand that Will Ferrell, as of late, has really not been doing a great job as far as picking projects, man. A lot of his projects have been pretty weak-ass and not very successful. And so, is Will Ferrell's time in Hollywood done? Is he slowly becoming a has-been? Will this film be successful? Will it prop him back up into the superstardom comedic status that he wants to regain? It's interesting, man. You know, this is an interesting time for Will Ferrell and his career, and I kind of feel like he can't make a lot of missteps, because the more failures he's going to have, the less people are going to trust him and want him in their movies, especially in big roles. This doesn't look very promising to me, but look, I've been surprised before, so maybe this will work out. If you love the trailer, definitely let me know. If you hate the trailer, definitely let me know what your honest thoughts are. Leave them in the comment section below. In the meantime, let's head in to the second Walmart and see what goodies we can find. Alright, everybody, we are in at the second Walmart, and the first thing I'm seeing is they have the DVD of The Quarry for $12.96 right here. Huh. Interesting. I did hear about this, but I never got a chance to actually watch it. From the writer of Narcos Mexico, with Michael Shannon. Very nice. Love Michael Shannon. What a goddamn great actor he is, dude. It's never too late to be saved. Until it is. No. Oh, that sounds pretty good, actually. Ooh, nice. The cop being suspicious. Fugitive on the run. Very nice. Doesn't look half bad, man. You know what, man? I do love those sort of like... It's almost a genre in itself, right? You have like the local police sheriff who has to take down crime in his community. Like it's been played over and over again. It's like I said, it's like a genre into itself, man. But this looks interesting just for Michael Shannon alone, dude. Michael Shannon is fantastic. Usually he plays these really weird, like offbeat type of characters, but this looks more straight-laced, man. It doesn't look half bad. If you guys know anything about the Quarry, definitely let me know. Then I'm also seeing they have season 2 of Project Blue Book for 1996 from executive producer Robert Zemeckis, based on true events. Oh boy. It doesn't look half bad, and honestly, the show always kind of looked pretty good to me. I've never watched any of it, but I always, God, man, you know what? It goes back to the days of me being a X-Files fan, of the conspiracies and the UFOs and the aliens and everything like that. I sort of love that type of stuff, dude. It's sort of the conspiracy theorist lover in me. You know what I'm saying, man? It seems really cool, dude. I mean, probably not the biggest high budget you've ever seen in your life, but this is the History Channel. What the hell you expect, man? It doesn't look half bad, man. Interesting. If you guys know anything about Project Blue Book, think it's worth it, season 2 better than season 1, or not so much, let me know. Then they also have over here, they have 2 Minutes of Fame with Jay Pharoah and Cat Williams. He's got 1 million hits, but only one shot. Okay, cover doesn't actually impress me all that much, but whatever. Looks alright. Kind of looks just okay. You know, I like a good comedy movie. I really do. I think there's some really great comedy movies out there. This kind of looks kind of on the dopey side, I hate to say it, man. I mean, it really honestly does. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Jay Pharoah or Cat Williams. I mean, I kind of like Cat Williams a little bit more than Jay Pharoah. You know, I think he's a better comedian than him, but it's just like, looks like one of those sort of lame, straight to DVD sort of comedy movies that kind of capitalizes on, oh, hey, you're at Walmart and you're walking around and, oh, hey, I know Cat Williams and Jay Pharoah. Oh, yeah, cool. And they just grab it, and then you immediately regret it. And it's kind of like one of those ones, man. I would just rather see, like, them do a stand-up special. Like, instead of a lame-ass comedy movie. You know what I mean? Yeah, this doesn't look really hot to me at all. Then over here I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray digital of Sniper Assassins and the DVD as well over here. And I forgot that this was actually coming out this week, man. Sniper Assassins and Jesus Christ, dude. Another fucking sniper movie. Jeez, fuck. And you know, I gotta be honest, man. Give Tom Berenger credit, because I think he's in all of the sniper movies. I think he is, actually. In one way or another, whether it's a small role or not. I think he's in all of them. The legendary sniper himself, Tom Berenger. I guess it looks fine. I mean, shit, man. I mean, how many more things do they have to do with this sniper franchise? I mean, seriously, man. I mean, I thought they ran out of ideas, but fuck, I guess not. Shit, man. It's like beating a dead fucking horse. I mean, I love Tom Berenger, man, but like, I love Tom Berenger way back in the day, man. I mean, you know, I'm talking like Major League and stuff like that, dude. I mean, even the first couple of snipers ain't half bad, but like, fuck, how many sniper movies are there? Shit. God, man, it's like once the nuclear holocaust happens, like cockroaches, Cher, and the sniper franchise is gonna survive. Fuck. Damn, man. Shit. In fact, I'm actually seeing over here they have an only at Walmart exclusive 8 movies on DVD and digital for the Ultimate Sniper Collection. You have got to be fucking kidding me. They made 8 fucking sniper movies? Where the fuck have I been? Jesus. Sniper, Sniper 2, Sniper 3, Sniper Reloaded, Sniper Legacy, Sniper Ghost Shooter, Sniper Ultimate Kill, and Sniper Assassin, and god damn, man, 8 films? Fuck, you ain't the Fast and the Furious franchise? Shit. God damn. Man. I gotta admit, truth be told, there's not many franchises that get to 8 films that isn't like a horror series or something like that, dude. I mean, but Sniper? Really? Out of all of the goddamn movie series that you could think of, did Sniper, it gets like 8 films? Shit, man. Color me surprised, dude. Wow, fuck. You know, give them credit, man, because who would have thought the Sniper franchise would go to 8 films and maybe more? I mean, are they gonna like keep like this franchise like on a stretcher and like revive it every like few years? I mean, are they gonna dig Tom Berenger out of the grave, because he's getting old, dude? I don't know how much longer he can do these. Shit, man. I think I've watched like the first maybe 2 or 3 Sniper films, dude, and then after that, dude, I haven't watched any of the rest of these, man. Damn. God, if you are a Sniper aficionado or know much about the series, good, bad, definitely let me know. Shit. I mean, 8 Sniper films. I mean, if you love the Sniper franchise, I guess get on it, but fuck, dude. Shit. I guess now the only question is when is the 9th film coming out? Let's not tempt fate. Shit, man. And then over here, guys, I cannot believe this. This is the first time I've literally ever really seen this outside of like that Omen box set. They actually have the collector's edition of Candyman from Scream Factory. Holy shit, man. Like they're just starting to get in like Scream Factory titles now. Because I remember seeing the Omen box set, and I thought that was really cool that they had that. But I was like, okay, that's a rarity, because we're never going to see any more like Shout Factory releases here, or Scream Factory stuff. And damn, it actually looks like we're getting more. Is this starting to become a trend? Oh god, man, that would be interesting. Shit. I mean, it doesn't have the slipcover or anything, but like still, like Candyman on Blu-ray Collector's Edition for $9.96. That's a fucking great deal, dude. Candyman is an amazing, great fucking movie from the 90s. One of the best horror movies from the 90s. Tony Todd kills it. Great fucking story. Great horror flick. Guys, if you do not have this on Blu-ray for $9.96, man, if you go have a Walmart near you, go and check it out, man, because I'm shocked as shit to see this, dude. I am shocked as all to hell, man. That's pretty goddamn cool, dude. Then they also have, finally, the DVD of We Summon the Darkness, and the Blu-ray digital of We Summon the Darkness as well. Very nice. Finally got to see it, man. Shit. Was hoping to see it last week, but you know how that goes, dude. You can't always get what you want. Now, I got a chance to watch this on Amazon Prime, and I was interested to check it out for a couple reasons. One, because of Alexandra Daddario. Dude, This chick is stunning as all hell, and a great actress too, by the way. I remember seeing her in, I think it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D, and I thought she was pretty decent in that movie. There was other people in there that I really liked as well, but she was the main star of that. And she's done a few things that I've really enjoyed and really liked, dude. And I actually, crazy enough, I actually remember that scene, which is still so hilarious, dude. I remember that scene in Texas Chainsaw 3D where, she's got that one button, holding together, her shirt so that her boobs don't get exposed. And it's that one button is, so, holding on so tight. And I remember my friend John and I were like, come on, you can pop off. We give you permission. And it wouldn't do it. It was it's holding on so tight, and we were so pissed. We're like, fuck, just chainsaw the fucking button off, Leatherface, you stupid fuck. Oh man, dude. Anyways, so yeah, I do like Alexandra Daddario. And also Johnny Knoxville, because I'm like, okay, this is not a comedy, and Johnny Knoxville is more of a comedy guy, so I was like, this kind of intrigues me, man. The trailer didn't look half bad, so I wanted to definitely give it a chance. Basically, the movie is about these three girls who are going to this sort of metal concert. They sort of the devil and Satan, and not really, liking the religious stuff. And they meet up with these three guys, and something happens. I don't want to give it away, man, because if I say anything more, it's going to give away this movie, and I don't want to do it, dude. What I will say is there's a lot of twists and turns here. Some you see coming and some you don't. At first, I didn't really like the teenagers in here, the girls, and that includes Alexandra Daddario. I really didn't like them, and I think the reason why I didn't like them, to be fair, guys, is because, I'm not gonna lie, I just kind of felt that they were stupid and a little bit bitchy and moronic, and I thought, I don't like this. And then what ended up happening was that basically things sort of turned the table, and I was kind of intrigued to where it went. But then the characters were still unlikable. And I guess that's the problem with this movie, to be honest with you. The problem with the movie is that on one hand, it has its clever moments and it's kind of smart. On the other hand, some of the characters you don't really care for, and some of these characters are just stupid for stupid's sake. They do stupid things when they should be smarter than that. And you just sort of sit there, you're like, oh my god, you were smart 5 minutes ago and now you're dumb. What is going on here? It has its clever moments. It's not a bad horror film. It's kind of one of those sort of satanic horror flicks that sort of has an interesting twist to it. But I really didn't love the movie. I mean, some of the gore and blood effects are really cool here. I enjoy Alexandra Daddario. She's beautiful, and by the way, she goes fucking psycho in this movie. She does a great job at that, man, being extremely psychotic. But outside of that, I think there's better movies out there. I really honestly do. I think there's better new age horror flicks to come out. I just don't think this one really made the grade, unfortunately, guys. I don't really think it did. And on top of that, with Johnny Knoxville is barely in this thing. I think he's in here for maybe 10 minutes, and that's being fair, man. I think it's less than 10 minutes. And he's top billed in the cover, man. I mean, it was kind of a waste for him to even be here. I mean, it's cool to see him do a very dramatic role and to see him in a horror flick, but it kind of wasted, though. It's not a bad horror flick, and I had somewhat of a good time with it, but I was hoping for better. I really honestly was. I thought it was going to go one way, it went another, clever as that may be, I just don't think it really worked. I think they were trying to go for a horror comedy vibe, and I just don't think they quite pulled it off, man. That's just my thought. I mean, it's a really great cover, though. I mean, if you're sort of walking around and everything, like this is a really vibrant cover. It really stands out, but I don't know if I really care for this one. It's going to be one hell of a party. Yeah. For horror aficionados, definitely give it a chance, though. But, yeah, I have seen better, man. Then, over here, I'm seeing they have the DVD of A Perfect Plan, Trust No One, with William Forsythe. I've actually met William Forsythe, and he's a nice guy, dude. He's really welcoming, warm-hearted, really loves to tell a good story, man. He's a really great guy, man. Cape accident, an expert safehacker wakes up captivated and fortified. This doesn't sound half bad. Interesting sort of type of thriller, but is it just me, or the slipcover kind of looks like almost like it's like really shaded, like it's out of focus or something? Like, look at this, like it looks like it's really cheap, almost like it's a cheap knockoff or something. The slipcover is like it was made on the cheap. It's kind of weird, dude. I mean, I'm sure honestly it's a legit release, but the slipcover just, like in person here, it just kind of looks really almost like washed out. Really weird, man. Other than William Forsythe, it looks okay. I mean, you know, I really love William Forsythe, but I can see him in better flicks, so. Then the other thing I'm seeing is they have Outback. No food, no water, no weapons, no escape. Based on an urban legend. Very nice. Don't move. I don't think that snake wants to boop you. Very nice. Look at that, man. One wrong turn, and there's no turning back. Interesting. What is this about? Isn't really all that range. Oh, they're sort of like stuck in the outback trying to survive. I mean, it looks okay. But why the fuck, like if you're gonna try to rekindle your romance and everything, and sort of, man, stay at a fucking hotel, dude. You know, go to, you know, luxurious, whatever you want, place you want to go to, and just stay at the fucking hotel. Have some, you know, pina coladas, martinis, look at the hot chicks by the pool, you know, go to a dance party, but going to the fucking outback, in the middle of the outback, like, the fuck's stupid, man? I mean, shit. While they're in the outback trying to survive, I'm gonna be sipping a pina colada, motherfucker. Like, fuck these guys, dude. They can deal with the fucking snakes and no water and you know, dealing with fucking scorpions and wild dogs that want to kill them, dude. I'll just be, you know, sitting by the pool, getting a tan. Okay, probably not a tan because I really don't tan well. But I mean, I'd still be having the pina colada and getting drunk. But still, like, yeah, dude, stupid. Based on an urban legend, though, that's really interesting. I wonder, like, what urban legend this is based off of exactly. I mean, if it's a tale of, like, don't do this, like, dude, I already knew that. Like, you don't have to tell me the tale. I already knew not to do this shit, man. I'm way smarter than these fucking characters are. Just saying, man. Shit. All right. Outback. Other than that, that seems to do it over here. I mean, some really interesting releases worth talking about, and I have noticed over here, it does seem like they're going to be revamping a few things over in this section as well, which is not bad, just like the last Walmart. And of course, they are really out of a lot of physical media as well. I mean, this one kind of definitely needs to stock up again, guys, but very interesting. At least we saw a few things we're checking out. Not bad. All right. Let's head out. you know, sometimes this Walmart is the real savior. Swear to God, guys. I mean, we saw some interesting stuff this week. Plus, we finally got to saw We Summon the Darkness. Thank God. Jeez, just a week late, but well, whatever. We finally got to see it, man. But it's kind of interesting because this Walmart isn't carrying Impractical Jokers and even that Shazam Lego. So it's kind of interesting. So we saw different things at one Walmart and we found some other different stuff at this Walmart. So I guess it just depends on what Walmart you go to. And I guess avoid Target this week because you're certainly not going to find anything there, man. Unfortunately not. But yeah, well, I hate to say it. It is a slow release week. There's not too much coming out. A little low on the media, but you know, hey, not every week can be huge and robust. We're going to get a lot of smaller ones, especially going forward. So you better get used to it, guys. But not half bad to check out some of the unique media here. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's head home and finish the video. Alright, everybody. That'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today. And yeah, it's pretty much on the lighter side and not much to really show off in the stores, unfortunately. Now, with that being said, I've gotten a few messages from some of you saying, hey, Best Buy is open. You can go to Best Buy. Now, here's the rub, okay? Now, I have two Best Buys in my area. Now, the first Best Buy actually is open. Customers can go in there to shop. And I did go in there today to kind of look and see what they would have if it was worth filming in there. And it wasn't, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. They are practically empty of stuff. They really are. They had none of the new releases that came out this week. They had none of the exclusives that usually you see from time to time over at Best Buy. None of the boutique label stuff. Nothing. It was really bare. And you have to understand that Best Buy is going to have to take a little bit of time before they're able to restock their shelves again. Because I'm sure they weren't getting a lot of stock in, because since they weren't open, why send them anything? So it's going to take them a while to catch up. Now, the second Best Buy is actually the one I always film in. Now, this one is actually inside a mall. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, well, malls are open, right? No, not exactly. Not every mall is, because the mall that I go to film, they are not open. They are open for curbside pickup in a few of the stores, but the whole mall itself is not open. Not to customers. Now, when are they going to start to open up? Technically, they should have been open already. But the governor of the state kind of postponed it, and now sort of the mall itself and the people inside the mall who are workers and other local officials are kind of playing chicken with the governor. And, they want to open up and he doesn't want them to open up, and they're kind of clashing a little bit. I really want them to open up. I love that Best Buy that I go to a lot. I think it's really a fantastic Best Buy. But that's the second Best Buy is the Best Buy that I prefer. The first one is good. I like it, but the second one has far more better selection of stuff that we've seen before, and that's my preferred go-to. So right now, I'm actually hanging in the balance until something gets resolved somewhere with somebody, somehow. So I hate to say it, guys. That's where I am at this point. I mean, like I said, the other Best Buy is open, but when I went into that Best Buy, I'm not going to lie, guys. I literally found nothing at all. I mean, it was bare, dude. It was really bare. So they're going to have to take a long while to sort of get their stock back in. And God knows when the other second Best Buy is coming. So I hate to say it, guys. There's going to be a little bit more of a wait to get to Best Buy. Trust me, I'm jonesing big time. I want to get back and film inside of Best Buy, but it's got to be the right time to do it. And when it is, trust me, I will go in there, guys, by far. So don't think I'm not going into Best Buys because I don't want to. Trust me, I really do. But, you know, it's got to be under the right circumstances. And, you know, these Best Buys are going to have to take some time to get back in their stock. So when they do, I will be there waiting for sure, guys. But yeah, it is on the slower side. I mean, there's a couple releases here, a couple releases there. Hey, it happens, guys. And Target just practically had nothing, so frustrations all around. I kind of have a feeling this is just going to be the norm for God knows how many months, so better get used to it, guys. But I hope you picked up something good. If you did, definitely let me know. As far as I'm concerned, I actually got a package in the mail from 88 Films. Now, this is actually 2 releases. Now, I got earlier in the month another package from 88 Films, and actually that one I ordered after this package, and I got that one before. Who the heck knows, guys? But yes, this has 2 of them. Now, the first title here actually is a title that I have wanted in the collection for a really long time. I really love this movie quite a bit. And I have had every opportunity to get this title. And I seriously mean that. It has been released so many times on physical media, other companies, and I've never pulled the trigger. Now, there's editions out there that are still available. Heck, there's stuff in the Walmart $5 bin. A Blu-ray of this in the $5 bin at Walmart that I never picked up. So why didn't I pick it up for the cheap? The reason why is that I always felt that this title deserved more love than it actually has gotten previously in other releases. And 88 Films has given this title the love that it richly deserved with so much special features and a lot more love. And I decided this is when I'm going to pull the trigger on this title. So I finally did, man. I like I said, I've been wanting it for a long time, and I just finally said, okay, it's time to do it. And thankfully, this is here in the collection. It's a great horror flick, and that's all I'll say to you guys. But it's a really good one, and I really do love it. Now, the second title is actually one that, honestly, I never thought in a million years I would ever own on like a sort of special edition Blu-ray. It's such a great, it's such a great underrated sort of superhero comic book style movie. And I remember when I first saw it, and I loved it immediately when I first saw the movie, but I remember everybody kind of was like, well, wait a minute, what is this? Like, this doesn't make any sense to me, this is stupid. And I kind of felt like I was in an exclusive club, like only a few people really understood the movie, and over time it's gained much more of a cult status. So I was always hoping it would get love, but it never got love here in the States. Like you would never see it on any special edition, like, you know, Blu-ray or anything. Like, no company was willing to do it until 88 Films did it. And when they announced it, I was like, oh my god, I've got to get this edition. So I pulled the trigger, man. I'm so happy to get these in the collection. I won't say anything more, but there are some really cool titles. But you guys will not get to find out exactly what I picked up until my Blu-ray pickup video, which will drop next month for the month of June. And wow, it's going to be a really great haul, man. Special edition, collector's edition, out-of-print titles, retro, 80s, 90s, new releases. So much great stuff there, guys. You always know I get some really unique titles, and June will be no exception. And speaking of pickup videos, this upcoming weekend, guys, I will be releasing my May Blu-ray pickups video. It's going to be really great, man. God, how can I describe the May pickups? I think the best way I can describe the May pickups is a lot of really great collector's editions, limited editions. You've got a ton of really great horror, and about 5 or 6 out-of-print titles that go for big money on eBay. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good hint, guys. But again, it's a great haul. Probably the best haul I've got so far for 2020, and I cannot wait to show it to you guys. So yes, this weekend we'll be definitely having the May pickups. So definitely stay tuned to that. And before I let you guys go, I have to talk about it, man. I honestly do. I've gotten some messages from you guys, and if I don't talk about it, I think you guys would literally kill me. And yes, it is about Gone with the Wind. Now, okay, so there was a lot of shock, I would say, in the movie community when it was revealed that HBO Max was going to take down Gone with the Wind. And they were going to take down Gone with the Wind because there was a lot of protests about getting rid of this on the platform and how it basically, depicts African Americans in a very negative light, and that obviously times have changed, and because of that, Gone with the Wind is no longer representative of the culture. And this sort of sparked a whole debate. A huge debate. And a debate that's still raging, by the way. And, people went out of their way to buy the physical media and just snatch everything up because they just didn't know whether it was going to come back on the streaming platforms or not. Well, it has since been told that HBO Max is going to put it back on their streaming platform. It's going to have some sort of wording about the film before the film starts, about sort of the time and the culture and how it's not culturally relevant anymore, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so in my opinion, and this is just my own opinion, guys, I'm not going to ask you guys to agree with me or, defend me. I'm not going to ask that. This is just my own opinion, my own self. It's on me. And it's basically that I think this cancel culture stuff has went too far. It really has. It has went way over the top. So much so. Now, look, I get it. We are in very, very tricky times, man. Very touchy. And people get offended at the drop of a hat. And what we're dealing with now with the protests and the Black Lives Matter stuff, all of it matters. Every life matters. Okay? So it doesn't matter white, brown, black, gay, straight, transsexual. Doesn't matter. All lives matter. Okay? But we're just going really far with this, man, with this cancel culture. We really are, and it needs to stop. It honestly does. We just overreact at the drop of a hat. Because Gone with the Wind is a fucking classic. Okay? It won Academy Awards. Okay? It's won. It's one of those great staples of American movie history. Now, yes, it depicts African Americans in not as good of a light as it should. Okay, guess what? It was in different times. Very different times, man. Really, really different times. You have to... God, I've always told you guys that you have to look at a movie in the context of when it was made. Okay, you have to do that, because if you take the principles of today and put them to a movie that was made, in the 30s or the 40s or 50s or whatever, of course there's going to be problems, man. Of course there's going to be issues, because it was a different time. I'm not saying that it was right at that time. I'm just saying that it was what it was, and you have to look at it in that context. And that's the important thing. I mean, we're so we're so overreactionary, man. I mean, I'm hearing rumors of, well, all in the family is going to go off of the streaming services, the Jeffersons and all that stuff, because, well, we're not that culture anymore, and we don't want this to represent us. It's not about representing you. It's film and TV history. Are we willing to just sit here and lose history because we get butthurt about it? I mean, what is going on, man? Really, what is happening here? I really don't understand, dude. I mean, I remember, and even though this is not the same thing, it still goes to that sort of argument, which is like, high school students were offended by American Pie because, well, that's not how high school kids are nowadays, and they wanted to cancel American Pie. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, man? I mean, American Pie, for Christ's sake. I mean, and then there was the whole thing on Twitter, if you guys found out about this, about Robert Downey Jr. People, who love Robert Downey Jr. was looking back at his filmography and found Tropic Thunder, like, oh my God, he did blackface? Oh shit, he did. Oh well, we got to cancel him. He's got to get canceled. And I'm like, that was 2008, man, and that was played for jokes and laughs, and it was a satire thing. It's not meant to be taken seriously, but we're gonna cancel him because he's sensitive. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. came out in an interview not too long back and said, dude, even though that's just a little over 10 years ago, boy, you can't do that nowadays, man. You cannot. I mean, trying to pull that off, man, it's just, crazy. I mean, look, you even look at a movie like Birth of a Nation, right? Now, I'm not a huge fan of Birth of a Nation, but I've watched it because it's film history. And it's important as a movie aficionado and a movie lover to at least have watched the movie once. And I believe that movie, if I'm not mistaken, is on Criterion, for Christ's sake. Why is it on Criterion? Because Criterion understands the importance of the film and understands the fact that it needs to be preserved. And, right or wrong, it's the context of the time that it was made in, and we can't forget the history of it, because to forget history is to repeat it. And that's not what we want to do. I think these movies are important. I think they have to be represented and have to be still told and still have to be seen. We can't just say it didn't exist or it didn't happen or we're going to erase it from people's from their memories and their minds. That's not right. It's not good to do it. And I don't support it, man. I really honestly don't, dude. I mean, it's nice to see people going out of their way to buy the physical media copies, the Blu-rays and the DVDs, and really supporting it. But this just goes to a larger issue of the fact of, just because we're getting rid of things that need to get rid of, things that we need to move past, doesn't mean that we have to get rid of everything. And I think it needs to be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. And, I think my thought is, how far are we willing to go down the rabbit hole with this? I mean, really, how far are we willing to go here? Because if we're willing to get rid of American Pie or Gone with the Wind or Tropic Thunder, are we going to say that every little thing that offends some sort of group in America should just be gotten rid of? I mean, do you know how many movies I have in the collection that literally would offend somebody? I have literally a shitload of movies that would offend one group or another. I just love the movie. It's not that I hate against a group or hate an individual. It's just that I like that movie. And you just have to understand the times that it was made and you know, just understand that it's just a movie. That's what it is, man. And to take it that goddamn seriously, man, you gotta reevaluate something, man. You really do. I mean, God, that's just my honest opinion, guys. I think it's gone way too far, way over the top. And we gotta pull back a little bit, man, because if we don't, man, where this really ends, I don't really want to find out. However, that is not my biggest beef, guys, with this whole Gone with the Wind thing. Do you really want to know what it is? I'll tell you. So, as I said earlier, you know, when all this happened, a lot of people panicked and they went and bought up as many copies of Gone with the Wind as they possibly could. You know, I showed off that Gone with the Wind Blu-ray and DVD release with that unique slipcover at the Walmarts. And now you can't find it at any of the Walmarts. It's pretty much gone. You won't be able to get it, at least for the time being. Well, was it because movie fans and movie lovers who really care about the film, you know, wanted to support the film? Yeah, somewhat. But it wasn't just them. And it wasn't even the majority of them. It was scalpers and it was resellers who went out of their way to buy multiple copies at all these various Walmarts and put them on eBay and charge massive prices to screw over movie lovers all across the country. That's what they did. And it's despicable, it's disgusting, and I don't think it's right one bit that happened. But this is where the real disappointment sets in. There is a YouTuber that I love and watch quite a bit, and he ended up making a video not too long ago where he went to a couple of Walmarts to find some copies of Gone with the Wind. And he went out of his way in his video to tell everybody to go to their local Walmarts and to find as many copies as they can and resell them for big money because, you know, you can get a lot of cash for these. They're going for big, and you can get a lot, and, you know, hey, let's sell as much as we can, guys. And I couldn't believe that he was saying this. I couldn't believe that he was promoting that for other people to go out and screw other movie fans over. Like, that was the first thing that really got to me, right? But then he ended up going to a couple Walmarts and he picked up a few of the releases, like one DVD, a couple Blu-rays, and he put it on his eBay store. Now, I wanted to go on his eBay store to look at how much he was selling his for, because I thought, okay, maybe he's selling his for maybe $10, $15, something like that. I mean, it's not an exorbitant amount, it's just a little bit more, so okay, fine, whatever. Man, he's charging $75. $75 fucking dollars for the Blu-ray of Gone with the Wind, man. God, that pisses me off, man. Man, $75. And he paid $7.50 for the fucking Blu-ray. And he's selling it for $75. That is a douchebag move. It's terrible. Okay? That is... charging $75 for a Blu-ray that cost him $7.50. Think about that. And this is a guy that I respect. This is a guy that I have a lot of love for, and he's one of the people that influenced me to do this channel. And I felt so much shame and so much regret for the fact that that's what this guy was doing, man. And, you know, some of you guys are going to push back on me saying, oh, well, look, it's capitalism, and if you can get, you know, the money for it, why not do it? It's just not right, man. It's just not right, dude. You know, I thought, you know, having this platform on YouTube, I always felt it was a responsibility for me to go out of my way to support physical media, but also spread the love to as many people as I possibly can, and never go out of my way to say, you know, I want people to get screwed over with the prices, and I want you to pay an exorbitant amount of money. No, I want everybody to enjoy the physical media. I want everybody to have an opportunity to get the movies that they love and not have to be price gouged by these despicable people that go out of their way. I mean, even $30 to charge on eBay is ridiculous for a movie that cost them $5 or $7.50 for it. It's despicable, man. It's terrible. I mean, when I sell stuff on eBay, and I have sold stuff on eBay, I don't buy stuff in order to just sell it. I don't go out of my way to do that. If I watch a movie and I don't really care for it, and I've paid the money for it, most of the time, all I try to do is at least get my money back and maybe $5 more or something like that. You know, if I get my money back, then I'm a happy guy. And I've had friends that have let me buy movies off of them where they're just like, oh, you know, I paid $20 for it, you know, just give me 20 and we're cool. I don't like screwing people over, and I don't like that the movie community does that, man. You know, we should all be supporting one another in our love for movies, and we shouldn't be going out of our way to screw people over just because we see an opportunity to do it. I just don't like that, man. I really don't. It's the same thing with the Dollar Tree stuff. People buying hundreds of titles just to sell it for higher prices on eBay. I just don't think it's fair. I just don't think it's right. And when I saw this video and this YouTuber that I hugely respect and admire, and seeing him do that, it really crushed me, man. It crushed me in my heart, and it crushed me in my soul. And I'm like, I thought this guy had more respect for movies and for film, and seeing him charge $75 for a Blu-ray that cost him $7.50, that's just not right. That's wrong, and he should be absolutely ashamed of himself. He really should be, because I'm ashamed. I never want to be like that, guys. I never want to be like that at all. And if I ever get to that point, man, I hope some of you guys are going to come and slap me in the face, man, because I would deserve it. Man. You know, people taking advantage of other people and seeing an opportunity to do that, you know, through this situation of the cancel culture, and seeing an opportunity to take advantage of people. That's just wrong, man. That's really wrong, dude. And I had to call it out, man. I had to. I'm not going to mention his channel. I'm not going to mention his name. I want to be part of a movie-loving community that's going to give these titles to everybody in a fair way and not to cheat people over. And just seeing that was just broke my heart, man. It just broke my heart. And that's not the way it should be. That's just my honest opinion, man. I mean, definitely let me know. Sorry for ranting, but I had to get it off my chest. I honestly had to, guys. Sorry for the crazy rant. I can get pretty powerful and emotional at times, but I just have to make my point, man. And I hope you guys appreciate it. And thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other Blu-ray and DVD Tuesday videos I do. Check out the movie hunting videos I've done. I recently did a massive Dollar Tree movie hunting video, almost 3 hours, but really well worth it. Some great titles that I checked out. Movie reviews I do with my friends, Blu-ray pickup videos, and much more. If you're a lover of movies and physical media, hit subscribe and become a part of the Film Fan Nation. Guys, I want to thank you so much, man, for your outpouring of love and support and giving me great feedback and comments. I really appreciate it. We just surpassed 2,000 subscribers. Holy fucking shit, man. 2,000 fucking subscribers, man. What? Like, it's nuts, man. It's nuts, dude. I can't thank you guys enough, dude. Everybody who's found me, you know, recently, the people who have supported me and the channel for a long time, you know, it amazes me. It honestly does. So thank you so much, guys. So if you love how I talk about movies and physical media, then definitely hit subscribe. And keep up to date with everything I'm doing through Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. FilmFan108. Keep up to date with everything I'm doing, plus special pictures and videos I do from time to time on social media as well. Alright, guys. Well, a light week for physical media and a little bit of ranting at the end of the video. It happens, guys. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you back next week for a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video. Take care, everybody, and happy hunting.